the whole Vietnam War, because studying the Vietnam War, what we learned in America was that it was a fight to stop the spread of communism,
Mm-hmm.
but and that was it. Like it was a fight to stop communism, and there was a treaty called in Vietnam. I forgot what parallel is it. Where they stopped there, and that was a treaty which made, and then and what people don't realize is that a lot of the other countries got roped into it too, like especially Laos.
Oh yeah. Oh
Laos
yeah.
got roped into it. Cambodia got roped into it. Parts of Thailand got roped into it, I believe, but I'm not too sure. And eventually, a lot of those countries became communist, like Laos is communist.
Yeah.
So I think there's still a little bit of animosity against Americans because that war messed a lot of things up, especially the people. People got hurt. People got raped. It was pretty gruesome, you know. If you ever seen the movie Full Metal Jacket,
You get for $10. Everything you want. Buddy, feel like spending some of your hard-earned money?
And you keep thinking that you'll never
You know, half these goo quarters are serving officers in the Viet Cong. The other half have got TB.
Oh yeah.
Full Metal Jacket. If you want to see something about Vietnam, don't read the history books. Watch Full Metal Jacket. You know, don't read the history books. Just watch Full Metal Jacket.
Exaggerate on some things, but yeah, watch Full Metal Jacket. You know.
Yeah. So sometimes when I talk to my grandpa like helped fight for the Americans.
Yeah.
He would tell me some stories, and these weren't like glorified stories that you would read in the U.S. history books. These are fucking horrible stories that would happen.
Oh yeah.
I know that your dad had some kind of hand in the war too, right? Can you talk about it?
So my dad was he was I think 12 or 13 at the time, you know, and he was getting recruited into the war, and then they had to go, and so pretty much American CIA, they wanted the Hmong people to block off the Ho Chi Minh Trail, you know, because that's where the communists were getting all their ammunition, all that stuff. So they wanted the Hmong people to go and protect that, you know, fight against that, and be on, the American side. So
and Ho Chi Minh is who?
Ho Chi Minh Trail. It's a little like village where they were like smuggling in like guns and ammunition and all that stuff. Like
yeah, and Ho Chi Minh is the leader of the Vietnamese Communist Party, correct?
Ho Chi Minh Trail. I'm not.
Ho Chi Minh, the person.
Ho Chi Minh is just it's the trail that they call it. It's like it was some place near Thailand and Laos. Yeah. So we were there.
I just forget if the city is named Ho Chi Minh or if the guy who led the communist rebellion was named Ho Chi Minh.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I gotta ask my pops about that.
I'll look that up. I mean, I feel so ashamed. I feel like I should definitely know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
So that's what they hired us for. That's what my dad was saying. But my dad, he went to school back then in Laos, and so he knew English. So they made him become a pilot assistant. So he was just pretty much up in the pilot assistant, just say, hey, you guys need any food, whatever, and they'll just go and drop off stuff. So my dad was just pretty much in the airplanes the whole time, you know, until they got into like refugee camps and stuff like that. So yeah, my dad fought in the war ever since he was 12, and so it totally messed up everything, dude, because they hated all the Hmong people. So we just had to always hide in the mountains. That's why they called us like mountain peoples. You know, they called us Chok Five, and that means it's like we were rebels, you know. So yeah, that's what they hired. That's what the American CIA hired the Hmong people for, was the guerrilla force to help in the war and help the Americans when their airplanes got shot down. The Hmong people were go help and try to go protect them. So that's what they hired us for.
Yeah, and you said it created a lot of animosity against other people, right? Did they see it as like they were betraying the Asian people?
Oh yeah, we were betraying, you know, the Laos, like the Laotians, you know, because the North Vietnamese, they wanted all the Laos people to be on their side, you know what I'm saying, and become a communist. So, most of them, transitioned over to them. But yeah, the Hmong people rebelled, and we helped out the other side.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they definitely hated us. Even till this day, there's still some people hiding out there because in refuge, and I see a lot of stories, or I see um, a lot of incidents where you saw the incident where General Ring Powell wanted to go back there and take his land or something like that. He was trying to smuggle like ammunition back over there to try to go take over. It's crazy. But
Yeah.
that's what it was.
And there's still reports of landmines being still active.
Oh yeah, active. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I heard too.
Yeah, it just it's sad, the whole Vietnam Wars incident. It's man, even I'm not that knowledgeable about it. I just know what I know from the internet, my parents, and
Yeah.
whatever I read or they taught us in school.
Yeah.
But essentially, it fucked a lot of things up, especially the land. Was it
Yeah.
napalm? Napalm destroyed a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
See, that's why I'm like, damn, I should have listened to my dad, and now I'm trying to start to learn all this stuff from him, and listen to his stories. Yeah, but yeah, it's just trying to catch up and trying to get my, just the facts right and see what really happened, out there, because he took that on head on, so definitely we gotta listen to his stories.
Yeah, I saw. So from the pictures you sent me, which will be on the video in here, I saw your dad wearing his military uniform with a bunch of badges and honors, and I saw actually those other people who got fast tracked their American citizenships too.
Yeah.
So he helped these people get their citizenship or escape Laos. How did that transpire?
So that's my mom and my oldest brother, and my dad's my dad's brother. They consider him my dad's brother, but he wasn't my dad's brother. My dad hid him and lied to the U.S. government saying that he was my dad's brother, but it wasn't my dad's brother. Because he was alone and my dad had to take care of him, and then the elderly lady was my grandma. So we had to go through the whole the whole refugee camp, and they had to get approved, and they asked my dad, were you in the war? And these pictures were like, he was showing, there's a CIA agent, and he was showing him like, oh, who, these people? And then my dad pointed, hey, that's me right there. And so that's how we got to America, and he's just like, okay, bring your immediate family, go get them. And so my dad had to go back to the village where they were camping out, and had to take them across the Mekong River, and had to go back to the camp.
Yeah. And how did he get to America? Was it on a plane or on a boat?
On a plane.
On a plane?
On a plane.
Yeah.
They started flying people out here.
Yeah, to where? To Visalia?
No, to San Diego.
San Diego.
So they were flying people out to Australia, France, California, the Midwest. They're just flying them everywhere, because like what my dad said that what they told my father was, win or lose the war, you guys are going to be, U.S. citizens. You guys are going to come over there, and we'll help you guys, and you guys help us. We'll help you guys become citizens over there. Bring you guys peace. That's what they promised us. That's kind of the reason why we helped the Americans instead of the communists, North Vietnamese and the Laotians. So that's what they promised us. But what was the question?
Oh, I was like, where did they fly all the Hmong people out to? And you pretty much answered it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they flew you guys out to San Diego, and
San Diego. Yeah.
So how did you guys get from San Diego to Visalia?
To Visalia? So my dad, like I said, he knows English, so he actually graduated high school in San Diego. So he found this it's called Proteus job. It was kind of like a government job where my dad used to be a translator, with like SSI and Medicare and stuff like that. So we actually moved to Porterville because Porterville at that time was starting to develop and starting to get big. So they had noticed that there's a lot of like Asian ethnicity moving into the town in Porterville. So they called out my dad and his little group, and sent them out here. So my dad, they drove from San Diego to Porterville, and then after the interview went good, they got hired and they started working. My dad's in like the city of Porterville. My dad's name's in there because they kind of like started up that all the Asian movement in Porterville.
In Porterville?
You know? In Porterville, yeah. So that's where we came first. Then we moved to Visalia. We moved to Visalia when I was like, I'm preschool, so 6 or 7, you know. So that's how we came to Visalia.
Wow, man, I didn't know that about Porterville.
So yeah, Porterville was our home for a while. You know, we still go back there. You know, my dad's doctor is still back there, so I always go see it, and my dad will still show me around, like, oh, this is this, and this is where we go, and Porterville's nice.
Yeah.
It's quiet. Yeah, it's nice.
Man, that's crazy, man. So your dad came here when he was about what, 16? You said?
He came after the war and all that. He came to town when he was like 17. But you know how back then they don't know their age, you know. But they was just like, yeah, I was probably like 16 or 17, you know.
16
like,
moons ago. 16 high moons.
Like my dad always jokes around like, you know, hairs are barely growing from my balls, you know what I'm saying? And I'm already fucking a man, and what the fuck are you, you know? So
Well, he went through a war, so
yeah. Big cojones, I guess. We go into that.
Yeah, man. That's nuts, dude. But him knowing English must have been a good transition for him, right? In America?
Oh yeah.
Was it smooth or was it hard? Or how did he handle it?
I don't know. My dad catches on really fast. So he said it was pretty easy actually. You know, so like how you see all the kids now, from Mexico, or all the kids that don't know English. They have like a little ESL class for them, and they learn English. So my dad caught on pretty fast. So, and then my dad, after that Proteus job, like kind of it kind of just blew up and went good. My dad became a park ranger.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So he became a park ranger, and then because my dad likes the outdoors, he was hunting ever since he was a kid and stuff like that. He took us hunting when we were kids, so that's what my dad wanted to do.